is Saturday, September the 3rd, 2011, and we're here at the DeAndrea Institute of Esoteric Sciences with the founders, Reverend Maria DeAndrea. And so, what I like to do is, I'm Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey, and I'm the founder, host, chief principal teacher of the Circle of Grace-1. And so I'm here with the founder and longtime spiritual sister and colleague, Reverend Maria DeAndrea.
Hi, thank you for having the show with me today. And it's just been such a pleasure working with you for all these years.
This type of broadcast is done today just to let people know that the DeAndrea Institute of Esoteric Studies is here and on the planet, alive and kicking. So this is an opportunity to introduce Reverend Maria DeAndrea, the founder of that, to the world. And I am her good colleague and buddy and big brother. So
well connected in the spiritual world.
Right. So what we want to do, and this is not going to be a long broadcast today, is just to introduce her to the world. Would you want to tell us briefly how you came to having your institute?
Well, actually, I've been teaching since the 60s on the spiritual, psychic, and metaphysical fields.
Oh, right.
And as my students have come to me and asked me to add on new things and to do things on a much heavier, more intense level and on a more serious level, we developed the Institute starting from the classes. And I've actually been in this field since the mid-60s, and I find that the more that you can do for yourself and not be dependent on other people, the better you do. And the more you know, the more you can help other people. It's that domino effect.
Okay, good. You know, what I always, some of my students, and, whether they're coming through Facebook or Twitter, always ask the question, like, what's one of the best things to do to maintain a positive attitude or positive outlook with today's world being so stressful and all? What kind of techniques, just basic idea is, people say meditation, but sometimes they don't understand how good it is for this type of world that we're in right now.
Meditation, I find, is one of the basic abilities that you need to be able to work spiritually and psychically and metaphysically, because it tunes you into upstairs. Meditation is the link between the two realities of man and spirit. So when you're meditating, you're opening a doorway to the other side. So you're getting positive information, you're getting reinforcement. Sometimes you're getting confirmation that whatever you're doing is correct. You can get information on what to do in the future that's going to improve your life, that's going to help your well-being. Or if you're going through a problem or situation, many times meditation is going to tune into you and work with you to solve the problem of which direction is best for you at the time, because 20 years from now it could be a different answer.
Right.
Also, you can do guided meditation, which is different. And guided meditation is a specific goal that you're working on that works on getting you exactly to your goal and to manifest it quicker, easier, and effectively.
Oh, that's good. I would often tell people that, whether they're doing prayer or meditation or decrees, is not something that they have to, always be sitting in a place of stillness, because obviously, the things that they show us about the great yogi masters, the Chinese masters or the Japanese masters or European, they always see them in this quiet position, but I don't think they realize it's like once they're done, they still got to take that energy with them.
Oh, sure,
into
because
their
the energy
daily.
carries over. Plus, you and I, as an example, can teach Tai Chi, and we do Qigong, and we do different healing methods. And with that, it's like moving meditation.
Yes. See, so all of you out there, when you see this later on today or, next week at your convenience, you realize now that if you've been working diligently with your meditation, is that it's not just meant for you to sit there in meditation, but is to get up, as they say in the many of the mystic circles sometimes, like get up, rise up.
There's a meaning to that.
Yeah, to get up, rise up, and take it with you, and not just let it settle, or as I say, not waste it because you're energetically building yourself up. Well,
The other thing, the other thing too that I find is when you start working spiritually and metaphysically, your mindset totally changes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of the methods that I teach are my original methods.
Mm-hmm.
However, many of them are very ancient because, as you know, I'm originally from Budapest in Hungary.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the methods that we use today are very ancient and still in effect there.
Mm-hmm.
So that carries over.
Mm-hmm.
I find with a lot of formulas and situations from the past, you know how it is. It's like if you have a really good recipe, you pass it down through generations.
Right.
If it doesn't work, you don't tell anybody you tried it.
All right, cool. Well, this is just a bit today basic introductory level after the events of Hurricane Irene coming through all up and down the East Coast. One of the other things I just want to briefly make mention of is that Reverend Maria DeAndrea is a woman of class. She's been in her field for a very long time, and she just mentioned she's been in since the mid-'60s. And this is long before people were using computers. So, to be able to be online and express these teachings, and she knows over thousands. She's a published author. She writes articles all the time. She has numerous books. Some of her books you can find right up there at Amazon.com. So all you do is just type in Reverend Maria DeAndrea or Maria DeAndrea, and you can find many of her books there. And what I'd like before we close out, is there like a signature statement that you have? I know I have.
Oh, yes. Well, I always say at the end of my TV show, as an example, I have a TV show. I'm a shaman. I'm a spiritual speaker, public speaker, and lecturer. And, well, there's just so many things. However, I always say, may God bless you abundantly.
Okay. Well, before we sign off today, is there any way that people can contact you?
I have a website. It's www.mariadeandrea.com. That's MariaDeandrea.com. And by the way, as you mentioned earlier with the books, I have some new books and new CD packages coming out, new sets.
Oh, very, very good. Well, now you heard it. You are right here at this wonderful Women's Institute. Don't forget her, and I'll make sure that you don't forget it. Well, I'm Bishop Francis E. Revels-Bey, and many of you have seen me on my show called Decree and It Shall Be that airs at least every Wednesday at 11 a.m. in the morning, about 6:30 p.m. at night, and usually the first Sunday. Since the hurricane went through, I decided to take a break. That was God's way of saying,
you need a rest.
You need to rest. So I won't be on Sunday. Don't look for me at Sunday at about 11:30 the first Sunday. I'll be back on the first Sunday in October. And so we're going to bid you a blessed weekend. May you enjoy it. May you have a wonderful time. And we'll see you next time.
Take care.